Hi, friends. Hope you're doing well, surviving the quarantine, and just wanted to check in today, see how everybody's doing. Um, really to see if there's anything people are specifically struggling with. Just thought today could be a good day for everybody to write in the comments like what they're having a hard time with because of these quarantine restrictions and also what is helping them get through it. So, what's helping you get through this lockdown situation? I know every state is different. I hope that you are finding yourself in a calm, relaxed uh, mental state, spiritual state, and I hope that if you are by yourself, that you have some time to reflect and have some time to be grateful for your life and for maybe mistakes that you've made in the past that you can kind of see the error of your way and change course. And um, I hope this can be a time of reflection, um, really reflecting on the types of relationships that we have in our life. For example, for me, I am spending time at home with my husband and my children, and we are really enjoying our quiet time. There's a lot of laughter, there's a lot of cooking together, there's a lot of um, sitting outside in nature and just enjoying the weather and enjoying the sound of the birds, um, enjoying watching the lizards go by, um, just the way the air feels outside. And I know that some people are still going to be working, and so it maybe not feeling like a vacation to you, or maybe some people are worried, and not able to go to work and feeling those pressures, crush down financial pressures. So everybody's in really different positions. And I just wanted to make a video tonight to just sort of reach out and see, where are you at right now? How are you feeling? Are you by yourself? Is this quiet time, relaxing, self-reflection time? Or are you quarantined with the narcissist and you can't get away from them and nobody's going to work and they're here 24/7 and just torturing you? If you find yourself in that position where you're quarantined with the narcissist, I would like to encourage you to just take a deep breath and know that peace and tranquility and calm, it can be for you. And it really has to come from within. So even if you are with a narcissist who's doing everything that they can, they just have this urge to destroy your peace and to nag you and to hurt you and to make cutting comments. Just because they are doing that does not mean that you also have to respond in a negative and ugly way. You don't have to give them what they want. You don't have to play the game. It does take self-control because they do know you. Typically, the narcissist in your life is going to be someone very close to you, and they're going to know you, and they're going to know your buttons, and they're going to know how to push it, and the combination, and they're going to know all those things, and so it's very possible that the intensity will increase if you are quarantined with the narcissist because they are bored and they are just with you. And if in your state you have that, or you have to stay home and it's very restrictive what you can and can't do, it could be a total nightmare. Like they're not fun to be around. But it doesn't have to be, because they are your emotions. Like, you have to give yourself permission to be angry, to be crying, to be frustrated, to be rage crying. You have to, those are your feelings. So if you don't want that, if the narcissist is goading you into that very dark place, or that very high anxiety place, you don't have to go there. You have free will. You can choose. You can kind of see what's happening and choose not to play. And if you do that, then you're going to see them amp it up and amp it up and amp it up. And then again, it's up to you. It's kind of like reps at the gym. Like, the more you can resist, the more you can resist the temptation to get into that argument, get into that defending yourself position. Just get out of the defensive. Just get out of the defensive, because it doesn't matter how much the narcissist wants you to be miserable. You can only be miserable if you allow that to happen. And you've already been through so much. You don't need any more piled on top of you. Enough with the guilt, enough with the shame, enough with the beating yourself up, and just kind of, whether you're by yourself or if you're with somebody who's difficult, you can still self-reflect. You can still pay attention, just be very quiet, pay attention to what's happening, pay attention to the conversations that are happening around you. And you'll see patterns, and they are hopefully patterns that you want to break. Because when you're ready to break them, it is going to be so much better on the other side. And if you need help, my recommendation always is going to be for you to just pray. Pray and ask God to give you patience, to give you compassion, to give you strength and energy, right? The narcissist is going to be depleting your energy, but you have to be willing to give it up. You have to wrestle with them, and then you're going to get tired, and you're going to always lose. But if you just don't wrestle, you're not going to get tired, because you're not playing. You don't need them to understand. You don't need them to forgive you. You don't need them to understand a misunderstanding. You don't need them to say sorry. You don't need any of those things to have inner peace. And if you want peace, and you're craving peace, and you want calm, and you want fairness and quiet, and you want joy, you can have all of that. You can have all of that. You can choose to focus your attention on the beautiful things. You can choose to focus your attention on what you do have, and just sort of let those other things go. Don't try to control other people. Don't try to control the narcissist. You can't, and it's not fair. Like, you don't want anybody to control you, so don't try to control them. It's really just a pointless struggle. My hope and my thought and my prayers for you tonight are that you get a nice, calm, relaxing night's sleep. Don't worry what the narcissist is saying. Don't worry about what they're doing. Don't try to defend yourself. If they're next to you and torturing you, you don't have to play. You just go to your room. And if they're calling you nonstop and they want you to feel guilty, you don't have to feel guilty. It's your life. They're your feelings. They're your emotions. Don't let the narcissist tell you what to you you get to choose that. You get to choose life and love and joy and happiness and gratitude. And my hope for you is that you do that. You focus on life, on growth, on the future, on enjoying the fact that we're breathing, the fact that we can listen and can move and can hug and can squeeze your dog and get so much love and squeeze your children and feel so much affection. It's a beautiful thing. And my recommendation to you tonight would be not to waste that opportunity to bond with people you love with, not to waste the opportunity to breathe in fresh air, to be thankful for your health, for a roof over your head, for food in your fridge. And if you're struggling for the strength to do it another day, we never know what tomorrow is going to bring. And if you're struggling with a narcissist, I think it's because God has something really good planned for you. But you need to get all this baggage out of the way. So anyway, I hope you find this message comforting and helpful. And if you want to write a comment below and say, this is what I'm doing to relax, this is what I'm doing to pass the time, this is how I'm spending my days, this is what I'm struggling with, I think you'll find that you're not the only one, and you're not weak. You're very, very strong. You have to be very strong to have made it this far with a narcissist in your life, and I'm sure there wasn't just one. There's something special about you that attracts that type of person, that kind of person that seems like just dead set on abusing you and frustrating you and doing everything in their power to make you bitter. But again, it's your life, they're your feelings. You can spend your time doing whatever you want, thinking about whatever you want, reflecting on whatever you want. So I hope that you choose to reflect on the good things. And I hope you have a great night and get a good night's sleep. And before you go to sleep, I hope you can forgive yourself for any mistakes that you've made. Make peace with yourself. Make peace with God if there's any conflict. And make peace in your heart with these people that are hurting you, because there will be consequences and everything will be justly evaluated, and our actions mean something. The way we treat people means something. So believe me, they're not going to get off light for torturing you and for hurting you and frustrating you. And it's a horrible thing that they're going to have to account for. And it helps to just have compassion on their soul. And it's not to say that you need to keep getting abused, but try so hard, do whatever you can to forgive more and more every day. Because when you forgive, you'll find freedom. You'll find calm and peace, and your ability to love and find joy in your life will just get easier and easier and more full of the light. I hope you have a good night, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Good night.